So it is going on 4 years of living here in the Netherlands. And still, every day there are things that surprise me that make me think like, dang, I cannot believe I live here. And now something that still amazes me is that you could literally just this. You could just get on a train and go somewhere. Like for real, you can go to Paris, you can go to London, you can go to somewhere in Germany. You just pick and choose and then you can just go. It's all accessible to you. Like for me personally, I ain't gonna lie, man, but if I have like a slow day or I've started work earlier and have a longer break, I will hop on a train and go somewhere quick. It don't even matter, even if it's just to another city. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get on down here. It's not too busy. I mean, it looks busy, but that's because everybody's getting off here. They're not going where I'm going. And now for me personally, I can't obviously go to London or Paris on a lunch break, but I can go to a different city. And today's city is gonna be Utrecht. And just like that, we are in Utrecht. And now Utrecht is one of my favorite cities. I feel like I don't come enough though. I don't even remember the last time I vlogged here. Oh snap, we got some cosplayers over there. Snap, let's go. This is something that I do not take for granted because even if I worked remote in the States, you can't just get up and go because the time is just, you're not using your time wisely because you gotta drive. Man, it's a lot going on here. Look, there's like, they got a whole like jumpy council and what is going on today? And basically, obviously when you're driving, you can't work at the same time when you're driving. Unlike here where while I'm on the train waiting to get to where I'm going, like going to Rotterdam or coming to Utrecht, I could still work. Oh man, good thing I came when I did too because looks like we just missed the rain. And so now look, so that's the mall right there that I just went through, right? And every time I come here, there's always a market. I think this is like a thing, like all the time, because this market is always here. Side note, I've been to that hot dog place right there. It's balls, like it's good. So if you go there, go ahead, go to that hot dog place right there. Tell him Sky Money sent you. He will give you a free receipt, I promise. And now as we pass by these markets, that is something else that I've always loved. And this is something that I've always loved no matter where I've gone. But I love markets. In LA, I think my wife and I go to one, but it was only open on Sundays. And here, it seems like they're open more often. Like Harlem has a market, I think every Monday as well as Sunday or Saturday. And all of those cities too, I've noticed have markets. Like every time I'm in Rotterdam, there's just happen to be a market. Every time I come to Utrecht, there's always a market there. I've never seen it where there's just not a market. I'm also just always shocked at how many people are just out walking. Like I love that everything is walkable. I'm a huge walker. Like I walk at least 3 or 4 miles a day. So this is like, now I'm just doing the same thing, but I'm not by myself. And this does sound like a joke, but yeah, every break I had in LA, I would just go out for walks. I wasn't the type to sit in my office and just take lunch. I was never that type. I like to get out for walks. Sometimes I did workouts too, but for the most part, I like going out for walks. So I think the last time I made a video here, I talked about this sandwich place right here. And man, this sandwich place would have a line going all the way across the bridge. And I'm gonna be real, I mean, it looked good, but I don't think it's that good. I wouldn't wait in that line. You know, for me, I like coming to Utrecht too because it just works out amazingly well, especially if I'm working in the office. So on an office day, I just take the ferry back to the station, and then from the station, I think I got here in, I think it was 25 minutes, which is like not bad at all compared to going to like Rotterdam, which is an hour from Harlem. Also, side note, Utrecht has a completely different vibe from Rotterdam and Harlem. Like it's something about it that I would say it feels more, like it feels busy without being busy. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, and it's starting to rain. Dang, man. You know, something else that's amazing that still makes me feel like a tourist is just the businesses with the residents on top. Like, I am still blown away by this. And you're seeing this throughout the city center. You also see it in neighborhoods. Like, this is something that I just, for real, I'm like just baffled by. Like, I don't know, I still never understood why we don't do similar things like this in the States in our neighborhoods. I mean, this street right here, for example, perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like there's the restaurants and businesses at the bottom, and then right at the top, you actually have people who live there. Like, and I can't explain how it feels because it's just not so isolating, you know? It gives people a place to kind of get together and and hang out. You mean, even here, like now I'm in a secluded little neighborhood, but there's still like, there's apartments, there's businesses at the bottom. This is a restaurant right here. Like, man, same thing over here. Look, all of these places are businesses, and at the top, those are apartments. Something else that's pretty amazing too is just seeing all the different types of bikes. Like there are I never knew, like look, I've ridden bikes my whole life. I never knew that there was this many different types of bikes. You know what, something else that I find like super amazing too is that you're not being sold to, or you're not giving out your information every time you buy something. And this was really common in the States, where you would be at the grocery store, you would get a receipt, and the teller will literally ask you to do a survey or something. And now look, don't get me wrong, there are some incentives to do these surveys, but for the most part, you'll notice that when you do these surveys and you get your 30% off or your free coupon, then you'll start getting a whole bunch of spam emails. And now look, don't get me wrong, I'm sure these things do happen here, but not one time have I ever been asked to do a survey or fill out something for, a coupon or something for Albert Heijn or at Jumbo. Like, they just give me the receipt, that's it. Nobody's asking me to do anything extra and give out all my information. Okay, it's official. I am, you know what? I'm pulling up on that. I'm pulling up at your house on that. Don't look confused when I show up. Oh man, nothing. People all up in my grill in here. Why are people just staring hard, like sipping too much of my sauce? Utrecht, y'all need to calm down. Oh man, quick side note, I think I should come back and do one of those with my kids, man. I think they would really like it. Me, my wife, and my boys, I think they would really like that. So that's going on the list. All right, now I do want to stop and maybe grab a coffee or a tea or something. I'm not super hungry, but I want to stop, grab a tea, take my time, and do some work somewhere. Which also is something else that's like truly amazing, is that I notice that people do take their time here, especially their time off. Like, they really take their time. And this is like whether you're the customer sitting down and eating somewhere or you're the servers. Like, they're not rushing you in and out either, which is like really nice, man. Like, they're not rushing you to pay your bill or trying to get your food all out all quick. Like, it's not rushed. Like, you're just like, and I'll be honest, this is something that I have a hard time with still adjusting to, just because, like, even in the vlogs, I feel like I be walking. When I look at the footage, I be walking really fast versus everybody else is just kind of like strolling and chilling. So I really appreciate that, man. It's just so nice to see. Again, it just makes you feel like, dang, like, man, I can't believe I live here. All right, look, I know we're trying to find a cafe, but really quick, something that I love about Utrecht is the simple fact that down here are actual shops too, which is like really cool. And I think sometimes I could have swore I saw like an apartment or something down by the water, which is like really dope. But yeah, man, that's something I really like about Utrecht. I don't see it in too many places. So look, if you have, let me know. I will go and visit. I'll go check the place out. I don't know what's up with this tunnel, but I think this tunnel is pretty cool. Like, every time I come here, I gotta come to this tunnel. Like, look how dope this tunnel is. This tunnel is boss. I tried to bring my son here and he loved how it glowed in the dark. He loved it. Okay, we found a place. I went ahead and pulled up at this Veer Ikav. I don't know how to pronounce this name. But I went ahead and just pulled up here because I gotta get started on some work. And a coffee sounds really nice. And now, a quick side note, something else that's just kind of always amazes me too as well, especially when I'm out and about at cafes, for example, is when you see people just, remember this is lunchtime, but you'll see people having drinks on their lunch break. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, man, this is something that I've like grown to really appreciate. I mean, I'm not super heavy drinker. I do like wine. I don't like beer too much, but it's something nice about just seeing people just kind of out relaxing. You know what I mean? Just chilling. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks. You brought my cappuccino, so we got the cappuccino, and I had to get my honey, because yes, I don't like to put sugar in my cappuccino. But yeah, man, this is something that I find like super nice, only because it's not like people are getting hammered or anything. That's something that I rarely ever, well, actually I've never seen. I've never seen people get hammered on their lunch break. And again, I work remote and I love working at cafes most of the time. I only go to the office one time a week, maybe twice. But even then, for lunch, I dip out. Ah, man, I'm telling you, man, just the little things, man. And now on that point though, me like being around other people, when I'm filming, I genuinely try to like stay away from people only because I don't want to make them feel awkward. I mean, it's already awkward enough. But, try to respect people and give them space, because not everybody into the camera, you know what I mean? game, man. Had a solid lunch and got a lot of work done. I was like chilling, only because that rain, man. I was not walking out in that rain. I am not prepared because it was raining so hard. Yeah, and I did look. I am not dressed for the rain today. On that note, though, one of the things I do like something, and this might be a little small too as well, but that I really like is that I like that you have all the greenery all around, like the trees and the combination of the trees with the water, man. Now, don't get me wrong, I also like this in the States too as well, when like you'll go downtown and there's like trees in certain parts. That's always really nice to see. Man, look at all these trees right there. Look at all those trees. Man, and with over here too, look at all these trees, man. And I noticed too, like with the combination of like the trees and the water, it really does make a difference when it comes to like temperature and humidity. Like it makes a huge difference. Also, you get like just this nice breeze too. And someone actually commented in one of the videos, like a old video, saying that each tree is like registered or has a name or something. But each tree is basically like registered. So I don't know if that's true. But that's what someone did say in the comments. I'll get home. When I get home, I'm gonna Google it. You know, and then you also have like streets like this, and it's like these little streets that look like alleys, but like are gorgeous. Also, too, tucked in these little streets are like shops, and like there's a shop back there. Then also this is a restaurant right here, as well as something else, Beauty Boost right up there. I don't even know what that is, but you see what I mean? With like look how nice that bar is. Now we do have a couple of little streets like this in Haarlem, a lot of them in Amsterdam, but I think Utrecht has the best ones. But whoever, it don't even matter. I'm just saying I like them. And now with all that said though, I think it is time for me to head back to Haarlem and finish up some work on the train. But yeah, time for me to get my booty back. Should I cut through this mall? You can if you want to. There's a girl who asked if she could be in the vlog. I was like, get out of my face. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't saying that. Yeah. Okay, so now we are getting on 409 train heading back to Haarlem. And yeah, we got 5 minutes. So yeah, good timing. Ooh, we a little dark. What's going on? There we go. A lot of people on this one. Jeez. Oh snap, look at that. It pulled right up. Now should I take this inner city or should I take, man, actually, you know what? This actually made me think of something. There's one more thing that I'm like always amazed at when I see it. And that has to be the little cars. Like I freaking love, I do. Me and my sons, man, we love to see these little cars. But yeah, man, to be honest, those little cars, I do love those little cars. And I never see them anywhere. This is the first time I ever seen them was here. I don't see them in Germany. I don't see them nowhere else. And they cool too, man. They could go on the bike path. They could go on the street, I think. They can also go on the ferry. But yeah, I think that is it. Those are a list of a few little things that just surprise me that I see on a daily basis, but it still feels like the first time I've seen them. And now I do have to ask, what are some things that still surprise you where you live that makes you think like, wow, I cannot believe I live here? Like, I know you guys have some. So let me know in the comments below. But I do got to get back to work for real. So look, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it because I enjoyed making it. I will see you in the next one.